welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the quarterfinals. Welcome back to the quarterfinals here of the Platinum Heroes StarCraft 2 Tour Season 2026 Cup number 2, the second month here, the second edition here for the year. We are back. We have returned here with our first quarterfinals match. We have a ZVP ready for you and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Winter Madness. We have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss. It is a creator. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the blue Zerg player, the blue Zerg player himself, representing Team Stouty Bulls. It is GgMaChine. And you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are now open. Place your bets. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Bearing in mind, coming into this, creator is the #1 seed of the tournament. Oh boy. He is on 1 seed. He is here to win it all, and on paper, I mean, he's again the favorite player to win the entire tournament, but there are players here that can stand in his way, that can make him work for it, that can bring him down, as long as they play their best. They have to bring their best here. They have to be on their A game to bring him down. Players like GgMaChine, Cristiano, Geralt, Young Yakov, Honmono, Percival, Shameless, these big names can bring creator down, but again, they have to be at their best to do so. Let's go. Let's find out. Can we bring him down? Can we cause the upset? GgMaChine is all warmed up. He's all warmed up after the previous PvZ against Art. Let's go. For now, we have our initial hatch gas pool. Welcome to Winter Madness. Winter Madness is one of the larger maps in the map pool. Larger map, longer rush distance by ground. We do often see longer and later games. To be fair, if you recall, GgMaChine did go for a 3-base all-in previously against Art on this very map, but at the same time, he was forced into the all-in. And again, after he had lost a lot of workers, after he had lost his 4th base as well, that's typically not what you want to be going for to begin with, but we'll keep an eye on our Zerg player. Likewise on creator as well. Now, when it comes to creator, he can have some quite diverse play in PvZ. He can play standard, he can play very defensive, or he can be hyper aggressive. He does like to mix in glaive adept builds based on the pylon placements. I'm curious what we throw down, whether it is indeed Stargate or something else more sinister. Let's go. Adepts are going to be on the way. Tech of choice will soon be thrown down. Ooh, and yep, there it is, Twilight Council. There's a reason why I did point out the pylon placement. Again, typically if it's Stargate, it's closer towards the edge of the main, but this time it was a little bit further back. You can see here the Twilight Council's in between the natural and the main base, and we'll see if we can deny the Overlord Scout. The Stalker's on the way! Yeah, the Stalker's on the way. You can see the rally already with the Stalker, but it looks too late. Remember, it was Adept first. It was an Adept opener into a Stalker, not Stalker first, and that means the Overlord should get a full Scout. That's on creator. Yeah, that's on creator. The Overlord sees the Robo, sees the Twilight Council. This screams at Glaive Adepts. Typically, if it's Dark Templar, where you pull one out of gas, out of each gas geyser. So you'd have 4 workers mining gas if that were the case. Oh, no. He stays in gas. He does go for DTs. This is looking a little bit more complex. So usually if you go Dark Templar plus these extra gas mining workers, that usually means we're going for something more committed, more than just your regular DT drop. We'll keep an eye on creator here. As he's throwing down his 4 gates. Are we going DTs plus Adepts? Are we going for both? Show us what you got. As the Observer is on the way, sorry, the War Prism is on the way. With this, of course, we can warp the Dark Templar, and of course, we have the Archon Job follow-up. Back at home, again, GgMaChine, he has an idea as to what's going on, but he's not fully aware. Hopefully, we get some safety spores. The Roach Warren has already been thrown down, so you'll have Roaches to defend against the Adepts, assuming it was going to be Glaives. Yeah, Lings are on the way, Roaches on the way. Still no spores yet. Does confirm no 3rd. Does confirm this is committed. And we should be getting at least 1 safety spore here at the natural. Okay, there we go. Spore at the 3rd, spore at the natural, and spore in the main. Playing safe. Thank God. Thank God. So yeah, we're going straight Archon drop here. Okay, interesting. Does go straight for the Archons instead. Doesn't even try to threaten with Dark Templar. From here, he can threaten the Mineral Line, he can threaten the Queens, and even catch out some Overlords. He's going for the Queen! Yeah, it does go straight for the Queen, and the Queen is going to go down. Very nice juggling out of Creator. He juggles well. Couple of shots going off on the Lings. Trading efficiently. Again, he should not lose the Prism or the Archons as the second Queen goes down. And behind this, we're building up Immortals. Immortals are amassing. 2 more DTs defensively back at home. We're even catching a Larva. And this is getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand here. As the Prism does pull away. Again, Ling Runway does nothing. There are now 3 Dark Templar to defend. And Creator so far looking solid. I mean, hey, you got 2 Queens, traded well against the Zerglings. His third base is late, that is true, but again, the Archon drop so far has paid off as he even catches an Overlord. No economic damage, but, you know, damage elsewhere. Going for a second Overlord. Does bring it down. Behind this GgMaChine, he's droning, saturating, claiming his gases. He's building up into a macro game. No all-in. Not yet. We could still turn this into a 3-base all-in. Again, GgMaChine, he has sustained some hefty losses. So we'll see if he does saturate his 4th base or if he cuts workers at 66. 66 drones is 3-base saturation. And as you can see here, that's what we're getting. 5 more drones. 66. Now it's time to focus on purely Roach Ravager. Creator pushing on the right hand side as well, catching another Overlord. Da-da, the Overlord. Yeah, cannot get away. Charge is finishing up. +1 won't be a factor here in this fight, but Charge will. Now we can go for the Warp In. Plays it safe. Pulls off of creep. Actually turns around. Okay, I assumed it was going to try to commit here, but no. Turns back around, races back home, and just harassing for now. Again, still no major economic losses. We're taking. Okay, I was curious what we're going to see here, but it looks like we're taking. That means we're droning, we're taking gases, we're macroing up. Bold move there by GgMaChine. Going for the hallucination. Bold move. Behind this, we have our 4 Immortals on the high ground. Oh, and I was curious. When I saw the infestation bit, I assumed that we were going to be teching up in towards Hive Tech, into Vipers, into just Hive Tech in general. But no, we're going into Swarm Host support. Now, this is typically done against Archons and against charge-based openers. The reason why this works and why this is more effective than against Blink is because Blink Stalkers are more mobile. There's a higher chance they can chase and punish the Swarm Hosts themselves and punish Nidus Worms. So typically, Swarm Host play is only ever seen against Archon-based builds, or against Archon-based openers, I should specify. Oh, doesn't quite get the Observer. It's similar with mutas, for example. Like you do often see as a reaction to this is to go into mutas, to harass and to deal economic damage, because there are no Blink Stalkers. And there's no Stargate either. So you can kind of pick your poison, whether you want to go Swarm Host or mutas. As Locust Wave does hit the natural, can he kill the base? It's going to be close. Yeah, it's going to be close. It looks like one more volley, and he does take down the expansion. Very nice. At the same time, Creator, he's all in. He has a death bull of an army. Sure, he may have lost the natural, but this army is insane. It's a very beefy army. He's got 4 Immortals. He has 6 Archons. GgMaChine, he has to engage ahead of time. Creator, he's supply blocked. Nice piles. Ooh, catching 2 sentries. 2 sentries get caught. Locust Wave is getting ready to come in for a flank. Here comes that Locust Wave. Shows his biles. Nice juggling. Yeah, nice juggling. One Archon goes down. Second Archon as well. And so far, 2 Archons full. We have 20 Hydras in production behind this. Another Archon goes down. Bit of miscontrol there out of Creator. He does miscontrol. A lot of Archons are falling. Boys are being pulled. Remember, Creator, he's all in. Or he's committed, I should say. Yeah, he's committed. He's breaking through the Roaches. Roaches are going down. The Hydras are so exposed. They're so vulnerable. Yeah, there's not enough Roaches here to buffer. And with that Creator, he's breaking through. At this point, he's done it. He's done it. He's just catching the reinforcements. Came with the production. Third base is going down. Hydras, they try to kite back, but again, they have no support. They need support, Pappy. Oh, I say that. Another Locust Wave. Okay. Speaking of. Locust Wave comes in. Can he get on top of the Immortals? It's going to be close. Can he catch him? He gets 2. Yeah, 2 Immortals go down. Can he get all 4? No shot. Yeah, again, tries to chase off a creep. The Immortals are low. The War Prism did go down. Yeah, no Prism. GgMaChine, he does barely hold on, but again, he's down 20 workers. He teched up into Lurkers throughout all of this. Impressive. Did tech up. But do you see what I see? No drones. Like, he's not droning. He's not droning. He's not saturating. He's on a very low economy. The longer this goes on, the better it is for Creator. Creator, he was able to rebuild his base. Ooh, he will lose half a mineral line. And the natural once again, not quite. And natural does survive. The pressure's on GgMaChine so far. He's doing some nice damage. Remember, there's no Storm. There's no Colossus, not yet. But he's coming in from behind. No! Yeah, Lurkers are exposed, losing 1. Stormhost, they try to buffer. Very messy engage here, and every Lurker's going to go down. Massive pickoffs. Ay. The Lurkers go down. The Stormhosts go down as well. GG gets called, and Creator, he will take game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. A very intense game here. Again, Creator achieving so much with his opener, going for the initial DTs, going straight into the Archon drop and achieving so much damage, catching out Queens, Overlords, Lings, having a very strong start. We had GgMaChine try to counter that with his own Swarm Host play, but unfortunately it hit a little bit too late. By the time the Swarm Host arrived, there was already a death ball of an army, right? The first Locust Wave killed the natural, which was nice. It was great and all. But again, the army was insane. The amount of Archons, the amount of Immortals as well. And with that, we saw that Creator, he was able to break through. He was able to break through the third base and kill his opponent. Essentially, he forced you all in, sure. Like, he killed 20 drones and the third. I will say that winding it back, it was maybe a little bit too bold for GgMaChine while defending against that death ball of an army to tech up into Lurkers, to tech up into Hydras as well. Part of me feels like it might have been wiser to commit into pure Roach Ravager to reinforce, just to get his army a little bit faster, just so it can be a little bit more robust and to be able to hold on against the wave of Protoss that was coming at him. Going into Hydras, it does scale better into a longer game. That is true, but on its own like that, as you saw, the Hydras are just so fragile. They're so fragile. They're so vulnerable. And we saw that again, he was broken. I mean, of course, part of that is also because he lost his Roach army before the Hydras arrived. That also factors in as well, to be fair. But GG, well played. As Creator takes the lead in the series. It's intense, man. But it was also a very interesting opener at a Creator. As we were mentioning, like, I was convinced it was going to be Glaive Depths, but no, he still went into Dark Templar despite staying in gas as well. I'll definitely like bear that in mind the next time we cover Creator, is that we has potential to, instead of going into Glaives, go into DTs off of that initial opener. So he has my attention. But here we go. Here we go. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of White Rabbits, we have the red Protoss player. We have the South Korean Protoss leading the series 1-0. It is Creator. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the orange Zerg player. The orange Zerg player himself, representing Team Stowny Bulls. Down in the series, we'll see if he can bounce back. It is GgMaChine. Let's go. So now we are going to be opening up. here we're going to be opening up GgMaChine Force Take the Unnatural Natural. Nice block here by our Protoss. Does block the natural. Forcing a more uncomfortable start here out of our Zerg. Nothing crazy, just uncomfortable. Yo, we're going double. Jesus, we're going we're going hatch before gas pool. Hyper greed out of GgMaChine. Ay ay ay. Very greedy. This will delay the pool. This will there's a spray. It delays the spawning pool, it delays the queen, it delays the lings, and it also heavily delays the gas. Again, this is hatch before pool, before gas geyser. Very late gas, very late ling speed. Now, because this build is so incredibly greedy, this does mean that Creator can cut corners. What does this mean? This means that Creator does not need to keep the Adepts at home to defend against any kind of Ling counterattack, to defend the third base. He also doesn't need to defend at home with his Oracles either. He can be more active and more aggressive because Creator knows that Ling speed is delayed, heavily delayed. And without Ling speed, Lings can't really threaten the third base. So again, Creator can respond with more aggression. And we'll see if GgMaChine can get away with this. Like, again, like this is this is borderline illegal. Usually these kind of builds are reserved for maps that allow you to defend really easily, really early on. Think of Celestial Enclave. Think of Radis's Station, for example. True. Like, there are certain maps that do allow for very defendable 3-base setups. This is not one of those maps, though. Like, the rush distance by ground is long. True, but that's really all that GgMaChine has going for him here. Oh, he's Ling flooding? What? He's making, I mean, he has to make Lings to defend against the Adept, but he does make extra, he's making 8 more Lings behind this. Wait, what? Okay. Huh. Yo, we got the slow Ling flood. We got, yeah, Lings, they move out across the map, they get spotted. I mean, it looks like GgMaChine is going to try to metagame. He's going to try to punish Creator for cutting corners because of the opener that he went for. So 4 Lings, they get across the map. They pick off 1 probe, not bad. Ooh, only 1. Yeah, only 1 probe goes down. Nice defense here by Creator. Shouldn't have lost that first worker, but overall, minimal losses. Ling speed is on the way, he pulls out of gas. This is at least distracting Creator. But here comes the move out. Oh, he shades back home. Okay, does shade back home. I mean, hey, there are still slow Lings that are being active. Like, again, these slow Lings feel really weird. It's really odd, but it does also feel like this is GgMaChine trying to catch his opponent with his pants down. Ooh, speaking of being caught out, no spores. Yeah, no spores in position, no second queen. Remember, queen production was delayed. That was one of the downsides of going double hatch, is delayed queens. 5 drone kills already. The mass slow Ling counterattack to delay the expansion, but there are 3 deaths back at home to defend, and we have a Void Ray follow-up. Yeah, this is just a really quirky game. Very, very quirky. This build from GgMaChine is not safe for ladder. Like, if you're a Zerg player out there, if you're watching this game and you're like, oh, this is weird, this is cool, like, he's kind of making this work, there's potential here. Like, no, this is the only potential this has is like metagaming his opponent to react and respond correctly to what GgMaChine is doing, right? As we mentioned, like, he was hoping that Creator was cutting corners, he was hoping that Creator was being greedy, he was hoping that Creator would kind of not make mistakes, but would react and respond to the greedier build that he was going for. But he caught up. He was able to catch up with all the aggression, shut down the slow Ling aggression itself, punish GgMaChine for having less queens. We're going for the 4th. Yeah, it's going to be denied. Even catching more drones. Yeah, 2 more drones going down. Forcing a Nevo chamber. Hoping that's a cancel, by the way, not a kill. Oh no, the queen goes down. Messy defense here in the main. Again, they're just on no queens. That's a kill. That's a kill in the Evo chamber. The chamber is killed. Hatchery is low. Ooh, the Oracles overextend. Yeah, Creator getting a little bit too cavalier there, but the hatchery, ooh. That is a cancel. That's a cancel, not a kill at least. Looks like we have a little bit of latency here, but overall, Creator, he is dominating GgMaChine. Again, just punishing the opener, punishing the build. It all comes down to the opener. As we tried to emphasize earlier, when you open up double hatchery like that, when you delay your pool, that means that all your queen production is delayed, and the lack of queens means we have such a hard time defending. Like a harder time defending. Likewise, there's no creep connecting the bases either, because creep threat has been delayed. It's just been a rough start. Yeah, rough starts. Thankfully did cancel though. There's at least that going on. Oh, as again, Creator's ping seems to be a bit of an issue here. We can wait it out. It's all good. We checked and our ping was stable. It's okay. Sometimes the connection between servers can just be a little bit shaky. Oh, and yeah, it's been a very rough start so far for GgMaChine, and hopefully we can try to recover here. I mean, the pressure is going to be on the Zerg player to do some counter damage. Whether it's a 3-base all-in, that's my bet. I'm assuming that we're just going to double down and go for a big 3-base all-in. The other option is to be greedy, right? To like double expand and drone up heavily. So one way is to be greedy economically, another way is to be greedy tech-wise, and maybe try to rush. The layer is done, so we can try to rush into Hydras and into Lurker tech and try to slow the game down with Lurkers. The other option is just be hyper-aggressive. Outside of going for a 3-base all-in, you can go for a Ling run-bys, Ling counterattacks. But there is a lot of pressure on GgMaChine. Like, he's got to do something. Oh.
Game resumed.
As ping has stabilized, and now we're jumping in. So far, GgMaChine, he's joining up to 3-base saturation, getting up to 66 workers. A Hydra then has been thrown down. Double Hydra. This has to be intentional. Okay, so we said 3-base all in. Double Hydra then, if this is intentional, we're getting double upgrades at the same time to hit a very strong timing with +1 and Hydra range and Hydra speed. Again, there's no reason to get 2 Hydras unless you plan on getting both upgrades at the same time. Oracles they poke in. And the only reason you'd want... Yeah, there it is! Let's go! Both upgrades at the same time, we're going for an all-in. Again, there's no reason to prioritize this unless you plan on ending the game early. So +1, Hydra range, and Hydra speed all finishing up at the same time. But before that hits, Creator has arrived. Oh no! Creator, he's pushing, Pappy. And we're spending so much money on those upgrades. And again, it would be a really strong 3-base all-in. But before GgMaChine can get there, the army has arrived. Yeah, Creator moves in. The boys are being pulled. Force fields, they zone away some of the army. Some awkward force fields. But overall, yeah, he shuts down the Lings. He shuts down the Hydras as well. And again, it was looking like a nice timing a little bit later on, but the army is here. And GgMaChine, he has been broken. He has been broken. We have the anti-timing out of Creator. He moves in, catches out all the Hydras. And he just camps the production. Just camps the production. Wedges himself in between the bases, took down the mineral line. 14 drones went down. Upgrades are finishing, but GG gets called. GG gets called, and Creator, he will claim the series 2-0. Whew. GG. GG, well played. Again, a very strong start here from Creator when it came to the early game. Winding it back, there's a reason why we said this game, this build that GgMaChine went for is not safe for ladder. It's not safe for ladder, and it's not safe for pro play either. It was very cheeky, very risky. Again, it was a hatch into pool into a very late gas geyser. Because of the late pool, that meant that there were less queens. Because late gas, it meant less link speed or late link speed. It looked like GgMaChine was hoping that Creator would be greedy and will cut corners because of the build of choice, which is why he went for a big slow link flood. But Creator saw the army, right? He saw the Lings, he saw them move out with the Oracle, he was able to keep up, defend, and then punish GgMaChine for the lack of queens with a non-stop Oracle and Void Ray aggression. GG. GG, well played. Again, it was an interesting build, but again, I feel like it requires certain responses and certain reactions from your opponent. We didn't quite get that, unfortunately. And with that, Creator does advance on. GgMaChine is out of the tournament. Let's go.